Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to start with a very short introduction for those who don't know me yet. My name is Carol. I am the founder of Parentally, and Parentally is a digital platform that helps new and future parents find all the extra care and support they may need during pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and their first years of parenthood. And we are also on a mission to shine a light on all the different services and professionals who can help parents during this very special phase of their lives. And today our expert is Claudia Carter, who is going to talk to us about positive communication and positive education, especially in the context of early childhood. So Claudia, thank you so much again for joining us, and the floor is yours. Would you like to start by maybe introducing yourself?
Okay, but thank you again for the proposal to join the Parentally. And yes, so I'm an early childhood educator. I'm originally from Chile, and I moved to Netherlands in 2017 with the hope of sharing positive communication that I discovered in France 2014. And when I found out about positive communication, I was like, oh my God, why we are missing this in education? And as I brought that to Amsterdam, to Netherlands, I started to look my way to work with families and children. I did a course of Montessori, and then I joined the schools to work with children with autism. So since 2009, I'm 19, I'm working with children with autism. And it's been a journey with them for me, and I'm so happy to see that the tools that I've learned in the past about positive communication, I'm also able to use them with them, and I see how it's helping me to create the relationship with them. So these tools are magic. It's just magic.
And I cannot wait to learn more, because to be honest, I don't know much about positive communication, but I have seen these terms used very often and pop up a lot on my feed on Instagram. So the idea of today is really to learn more about what is positive communication, what is positive education, and how it works. And so would you like to tell us more about actually what it is and what is positive communication, and especially in the context of early childhood education?
It's a wide question, but if I can use one word, will be respect for each other. Just respect the little person in front of you for what it is, even if it's a baby. Sometimes we say, I hear men sometimes say that, like, but he's not doing anything. No, he doesn't get it. Yeah, he already is getting everything. Children are absorbent minds. So if we stand in front of them with respect, because they are human, and looking at them at the same level, that is already respect. That is positive communication already. Even if you're not saying anything, you're in front of them, looking at their eyes with welcoming. That is already positive communication. It's not just what we say, also how we express with our bodies. So that is in the context. It's everything. Is the way we speak to each other. If I say the words that I'm using with you, the child will also copy those words. It's listening to you with empathy. If you have something to tell me, I will be listening to you and not interrupting you while you're talking, or using contradictory phrases. It's just creating the safe space to communicate with you. As I said, also, it's also my physical body, because if I start talking to you and I'm like, it's not balanced, for it anyway. Because it's problem solving together. It's if I'm not able to, I don't know, open this because I don't know, I'm a child and I don't have the strength to open this because I'm growing, you will maybe show me, you will tell me, oh, you cannot open this. Let's try it together. And the time, you're not gonna take this from my hands and tell me, you cannot do it, take it. That is also positive communication, showing the example of how you do. Yeah.
And it can start from the earliest age, from the moment the child is a baby, actually, right? On the way you interact with your baby,
Yeah.
even if there is no, I mean, words communication, right?
No, I remember working with this baby when he was 2 months, and I was working with him 2-3 times per week from 8 to 6. And it was so magic because also I learned a lot with him. Just talking to him, showing him the world, going outside, talking nicely, listening music together or dancing together. And even his parents told me many times in the morning when I was arriving, like, he's so happy to see you, even though he was not able to use verbal communication. You could see the little baby like moving and shaking when I was arriving in the morning. And yes, I could see that we were getting a really, really nice relationship because of that, thanks to that. And parents told me about that. And yes, so you can use it with your baby. Even when the baby's in your womb, you already can share with him so many things already physically, but also when you talk to him with your nice voice, if you want to tell him a story, even sharing your own feelings with your baby. Sometimes you can be tired as a mom, of course. It's also totally valid as a mom to say, oh, I feel tired today, but I feel also happy that I'm here with you. But just sharing that is you already learning how to express your feelings. That is totally valid. And the child, we also learn that. And I also do that at school with the children that I work, even though sometimes I don't have the feedback because they are merely non-verbal. I express sometimes that I feel, oh, today I'm sad because of this, but I'm so happy being with you. Or today I feel a little tired. I'm not at my 100%, but we're gonna do it and play together. So at least it's not, so they know. And if there is something, maybe because I'm tired, I'm not totally woohoo, they will know that it's not because of them. It's because something is happening in me, but I'm with them and I'm happy to be with them. So even at work, for example, if we are working together and I arrive at work and I'm, again, this example, I feel tired and sad. And if I arrive in the room and I don't say anything, maybe people will think, oh, what happened with her? Is she has something against me? No, so what I do at my work is, okay, hi, today I feel a little tired and down, so just let you know in case you feel that is not the vibe. And we do that in my team because it's just support each other. So if you feel tired, okay, you can have an extra break if you feel sad or whatever. That is also positive communication.
So it's about being quite open, actually, about what you are feeling, how you are, what you want to say to people, and not necessarily saying positive things, actually, right?
It's an everything, because you can also be. I think what is also very important is learning how to share your authentic you. Even if you agree with something or not agree, we can share both in a nice way. Even if I'm not agree with you in something, I can express my opinion, not being hurting you, not being disrespectful with you. And that happens a lot in society. When you not agree with someone, it's gonna create conflict. And sometimes you just want to share an opinion and be listened. And sometimes that is difficult. In couples, it's very difficult sometimes to create that space to just listen to each other. And if there is a disagreement, again, have a safe space to talk. Sometimes that is not happening because we are lacking in empathy. And empathy sometimes just, I want just to be listening. Can I have the space just to be listening? And that's it. But sometimes it's so difficult because we want to give our opinion. We want to say, no, but it is not this way. And it's like, I just want to be listening. And so it's the words we use, but also, as I said, being able to share how you feel. Because if you're in front of your child again and you feel tired, and your child is having a tantrum, and you're really out of your energy, you may feel like you want to cry or you want to shout at him and make that happen. But if maybe breathe and we say, I feel tired, I may need 5 minutes and I will stay here, and then I'm here, but I will back to you in 5 minutes. That is also positive communication. You're taking care of you, and also not going in this arousal level to shout to your child, but he knows you're sharing how you're feeling. Mommy is sad, or mama is tired. No, wait, that is also positive, and he will learn from you that he's also able to do that if he's feeling sad or angry, and that is our role as an adult. You as parents, learning to children to put to use words with the emotions, because they don't know when they are babies. They don't know why they cry. We say, oh, maybe he's hungry, he's tired, or he's crying just because he wants to cry. Is their way of communicating. Is the only way they have, moving or crying. And we have to be welcome them to tell you, oh, are you feeling, I see that you're sad. Do you want a hug? Maybe you're hungry. But also try to talk softly, because also that play a lot in affect. And all this nice talk, affect, will help your child to develop emotionally, and also your brain. So it's a whole thing. So just think how, if you grow in a family when you were shouted all the time and being put, I don't know, if everyone was mocking at you, see yourself today, how that affects in you today as an adult. That is the impact that we create as adults with children. Either we do our job well, respect is the main word, respect, and I think it's going to be okay, because I think our generation, we can remember how it was with our parents, and for our parents, I think there's a lot of trauma in there, of lack of confidence, of trust, because all of that happened, all of what happened in the past. But it's not their fault, because nobody teach them how to be parents. Nobody's teaching you today how to be a parent. And that's why I think these tools of positive communication, they should be taught at school since early age. That will, I think, really the world will be very different if we have that since early age. So yeah.
So, and like, if I am a parent and I want to really embrace positive communication and positive education, what do you think are some tips, or maybe some strategies that you can incorporate in your daily lives, in your daily interactions with your baby, to make this work, and to actually have an impact on their development?
Yeah, what I'm going to use an example with myself and the children that I worked, because, as I said, they are non-verbal, and there is an important delay too. So even if they are 6 or 7 years old, it's another delay in emotionally development. So with them, for example, when they are in a tantrum, I just want to try to take the child in a safe space in another room, because if there are other children, they might go also in an arousal. And I will be just there with them, listening to them, and putting words in how are they feeling. Hey, I see you're crying. I see you're angry. Yes, are you angry? Let's hit the couch, because also they need tools to regulate themselves. Any child has need those tools. Adults need those tools too, because when we are angry, we may shout or we don't say anything, and everything is going to stay in, and the idea is to put that out. So if I see the child who's angry, okay, are you angry? Let's stomp the floor. Okay, let's hit the couch. You're sad. Yeah, you're sad. So, or if you know that the child is getting also in a tantrum, I don't know what I use with my children. It's okay, do some sensory activities that they're using also to regulate themselves. So that is in a case when they are in a tantrum mode. For example, cooperation. We can guide also the children to do this, invite them in more an autonomy little human, guiding him to do things. Of course, always you next to him. So if he wants to make, for example, a toasty, put the tools in there, and if he needs help, you can tell him, okay, let me help you with the jar, opening the jar. It is the way, and then you're just guiding him from behind.
So instead of doing things for them, you mean, instead of intervening and say, let me do this for you, or you cannot do it, I'm gonna do it, which I do a lot of the time.
They are so capable, and that's something that is very interesting, and I see that also at school. They are so capable of many things, but sometimes we want to use our hands instead of them. But if we guide them, we give them also more tools in autonomy, but also use their own hands. They need to work on their hands and fine motricity. So I'm here, I'm helping you. Do your thing. You want to cut? Okay, do it this way. And if he's not using the knife, for example, to put some butter in the right way, we can show it ourselves using a knife or guiding them with the hand, and that's it. Cooperation also, what is part of positive communication is label. Sometimes when you have a child who is crying all the time, because if the child is crying all the time, something's happening. But sometimes I can hear this label, oh, drama queen.
Yeah.
Oh, drama queen. Oh, drama queen. And if you hear that every time, it's not a nice label to have. Instead of, yeah, you're gonna have a label. I know that I had a label when I was young. I was the dummy. And the dummy thing followed me till my 34 years old. And I had a huge lack of confidence that I had to work on it. So putting labels that we think, oh, no, it's just a label, can create something. So instead of maybe you tell, drama queen, I see you're sad. Why are you sad? If the child can give you an answer, I see that you're sad. Yeah. What do you want to share, or do you want to tell me more? And if, in the case of a baby, acknowledge us the same thing. I see you're sad. Maybe you want a hug. Just talk to him with that soft voice. Just use the right words to name their emotions. We are giving them all more vocabulary because they don't know when they are feeling sad, shame. I don't know if you remember the first time you felt shame when you were little. It's a weird feeling in your belly, but you don't know how to explain. So it's our responsibility to put a name on that and share that with him and be open, because we are the only person where they're gonna learn that. If we don't put the words, they're gonna keep it. They're not gonna share it. And if we don't create that safe space for them to share, of us sharing how we feel with them, how they will know. And
that's very, very true.
They wouldn't, and then we expect that children trust parents to talk about anything, but if they don't create that since the beginning, it's very difficult to get to that. And if I get from my own personal experience, I did not have that when I was a child, this safe space, because my parents have to work and they were separated very early. So I kept a lot in me. And good things, bad things, because I never felt safe. And then I was 34 years old. I have to start doing some work with me because it was the time. But it was very frustrating not be able to have someone to trust. So it's our responsibility as adults to create that safe space to our children, so they will have just to feel secure about themselves, secure that they can trust you, mom, you, dad.
I think it all makes sense, of course, obviously, but it's not always super easy to, you want to create that safe space, but you try, and then how do you get actually also your child to speak, even though you can speak calmly and, try to create that space where they feel safe and everything? Sometimes the children just don't open. And is there something like that can encourage this, to encourage them to talk about their emotion also at the same time, or what they feel?
If they don't express that because maybe they don't know, maybe we can just start doing ourselves. Like, oh, when you pick up your child from school, or at night, oh, I'm feeling, oh, today I feel super happy because I met this friend and we have a nice talk, and it was very, very fun, and I really enjoy the time with her. Start with you.
Yeah.
Start with you, because again, they don't know. What is sharing?
Yeah.
What is sharing? Is this important? They don't know. So if I share that with, it's like when you share that with a friend, she will share another thing, and then, and that you create your little space with your child. And if they really cannot share, I don't know, because of language, just keep sharing. It's like when you go again with your baby and he's not able to tell you, oh, you walk, yeah, look, the sky is so blue and I see some birds. Look, do you want to see? Just talk to him like a normal person. He will be curious. He's getting everything in. Children they have this absorbent mind, as I said at the beginning, till they're 5-6 years old. So it's the time to share information. And also, if you don't get to that point, play with the child. That is the best tool. Play with the child. Then he will use his energy. You will laugh together. It's another kind of connection. When you play with your child, you will be the best friend. Actually, that's what they want. Play. It's the best medicine.
Yeah, takes time, but it's great.
Takes time and it's tiring sometimes.
It is
But
tiring.
you can afford not going to the gym if you play a lot.
Yeah, true. Well, thank you for all this information. It's really, I think, really helpful and really useful in raising children. Would you have maybe one last tip for parents who want to use positive communication and education, on maybe where to start, or I don't know, any tip?
Where to start? Can you repeat that?
Yeah, if you know, just maybe if you have maybe one tip for parents in general.
Also, take care of yourself. Take the time to connect with yourself, because if your cup is empty, it's going to be very difficult to be open to your child. So again, if you're feeling sad, tired, and you cannot because you're overwhelmed, share that with the child. You will see that the child will be very open to receive that. And yeah.
Can you really share your sadness? I'm really scared of sharing when I have big emotions that I'm scared to transfer them, I don't know how to explain this, but sometimes I feel it's a load that that you are like the hot potato that you are just transferring to someone else. And I always wonder, like, if my kid is old enough to understand what I'm sharing. Of course, I guess you have to use the right wording and whatever, but
also, I know what you mean, and also we want to keep the pay attention to the thin line between not giving this responsibility to them, because mom is feeling sad about that. But I don't know. I think but again, in my case, I share this like, oh, today I feel sad because I don't know, I'm not going to tell you I have my period, but today I feel sad because, I have this news. So I'm thinking about that, but I also keep playing with you. But if you see that I feel sad, or my head is a little far away from here, it's because I may thinking about that, but I'm still here with you. So if you see me going somewhere, just tell me, oh, mom, do you want to play? And I'm happy to play with you. But also, maybe you don't want to share a lot of the reason, and that is totally fair. That is totally fair. But in any time when I share this with the children, is, I feel sad today. As I told you at the beginning, I feel sad today. I'm here and present. I want to play. So I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow when I'm here. Okay. And then maybe I will ask you if you want to give me a hug, or if I can give you a kiss, or if I can go run together. Maybe I want to dance with you. Just funny things that also for you. Try to remember what did you enjoy when you were little to cheer you up. Oh, I used to love jumping and dancing with this song when I was little. Do you want to dance with me? And it's also you're taking care of you, and at the same time you're sharing with your child. So that's also a nice time to connect. And again, it's gonna also teach your child that we can be sad. I can be open and share that with mom, and I can also maybe dance. So it's just you already also teaching the child the tools how to regulate instead of keeping it inside. Like saying out loud is one thing, playing it's also an important key if the child is feeling angry, or you see that he's very like okay, go run go run and come back later, or go play, or do you want to play with me, let's do something together. I don't know if that answered the question.
It does, definitely it does. I think we were talking about oversharing, and I think there is a right level of information that you can share with your child without sharing too much. But thank you very much, Claudia. I think that everything you told us today was really interesting and really helpful.
Thank you again.
At least I think so. But I think it's going to be great content, and this live is recorded, so I will share it on the feed later on. And I wanted to talk also about your services that of course everyone can find on Parentally, but you offer one-on-one consults and parents coaching, and also so let me know, of course, or maybe you can talk about it. I think it's even easier.
I am a really a fan of children, so I'm trying to do everything related to them. So what I have in the first place is this course called Connecting to Children, that is all related about communication, positive communication, connecting with your child, also taking care of yourself. Again, that is also a key, respecting a key, taking care of yourself. So it's a course of 6 modules where we talk about different subjects, how, for example, how to welcome children's emotions, cooperation, autonomy. There is also the label thing in between in the course, because also it's very important. Setting limits and discipline too. So it's a 6-module course. The ideal is to have make it in groups, minimum 2, maximum 6, because it's nice to have small groups because there's a lot of sharing. So there is one, it's for parents, related to how to communicate with children, that connect them, or learning how to connect with yourself too, to take care of taking care of your own person. This course is open, all the services that I'm doing, it's open to families with neurotypical children. That means your child doesn't have any mental delay, and also for more neurodivergent children, so children with autism or any other mental challenge, because that's also what I'm doing lately. So I have the courses for both. Family counseling, also, sorry. Also, just if so in conflict, how to connect in, I don't know, you have a conflict with your couple, there is something that you want to talk with your child. Also, I can be the third person to create this space to pass the message. I also have this wish, and I'm gonna do it because it's also on the website. Play art. Play art is all related to you, parent, and your child. So it's a place where you can go and play with your child, connect with your child. And this idea also came to have this place for children, autistic children, or again any other mental delay, to go and play and connect with their parents and other families. And that is also that it's going to be able soon. The other thing is homeschooling. This is for children with disabilities. So autism maybe is my specialty lately, because I know that there's a long waiting list to children to go in schools, and I also know how parents can be very stressed because they don't know how to do it, where to start. So I want to support parents from home, because again, if we start supporting the child since the beginning, you can help him so much for later. So that will be like the main services that I'm doing, all related to parenting and children. So yeah, I will also be launching the dates for the course soon, that I hope is going to start at the beginning of mid-September. So I will make an introduction. I will put it on my Instagram, an introduction for the course, free, so you can learn a little more and more tools and experience what it is, this positive communication world.
Amazing, amazing. I can't wait to learn more about this. But thank you so much for sharing with us today, Claudia. It was really a pleasure to have you and to have this conversation with you. And thank you everyone for watching. The live is coming to an end. Of course, I will share all of Claudia's contact details on the post. And of course, you can find her on parentally.nl and follow us if you don't follow us on Instagram at parentally.nl. Thank you so much, Claudia.
Thank you, Carol. And I hope to see you everyone soon in a course or an introduction. I don't know.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day. Bye. See you soon.
Bye.